It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the final trailer that they released for the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead, Season 11 Part 3's final 8 episodes, and I'm going to be breaking it down. There aren't a lot of new details that we can get from these. Most of these are character-centric and they're just different shots of the characters, but there are some very interesting subtle details that are in there, but not too much. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. And I'm not going to spend too much time with some of the more obvious or self-explanatory shots because it's just what you see. There isn't any hidden meanings or anything behind them, so I'm just going to go through them very quickly. First, we have this shot of Ezekiel. Not much to say about this one. And then we have this pretty interesting shot, which I think is a flashback of a few walkers feasting on a survivor. Now, the reason why I say this is most likely a flashback is because we saw something similar in the sneak peek that they released from the first few minutes of the next episode, 11:17. Now, I didn't do a breakdown of that because there wasn't a need. We did do a specific video talking about it before it actually came out. I didn't think there was too much to talk about because we already talked about it. And this particular shot was actually in there as a flashback. So this is probably a flashback. Then we have this pretty cool shot of Aaron. Now what's very interesting is that he is carrying two huge knives that actually reminded me of Beta's knives. So I wonder if he actually got a hold of Beta's knives and he's actually using those, because that would be pretty awesome. But at the same time, I don't know how this works because he doesn't have one arm. So unless it's a trick of the eye, I don't see how this could be possible, you know what I mean? The next shot we have is a shot of this walker, and behind the walker we actually do see two other survivors. I think they're using the guts trick to roam amongst the walkers. I think one of them is Jerry, the other one could be Aaron, it's tough to say. Then we have this pretty interesting shot of a walker with his hands tied. Now this seems to be in the underground bunkers or the underground sewers that the survivors are going to go to, which is probably near Commonwealth. We did see this in the other trailer that they released, so it's not new. Then we have this pretty cool shot of survivors in the middle of the woods killing the walkers and kind of fighting their way through. We do see Elijah right there in front. And then we have this cool shot of Connie with a gun in hand. We also have Magna, Ezekiel, and I think Eugene behind him. Not much more to say about this. They're obviously sneaking around the Commonwealth, and this might be at the time when there's riots going on and they're trying to find some safe spot to stay at while everything is happening, and they're trying to kind of find their way out of the danger zone. Then we have this cool shot of Princess. Not much to say about this one. Then we have this shot of a herd of walkers in the woods. Not much to say there. Then we have this shot of Daryl. He's obviously in the underground tunnels, and I think Carol is also with him. Or Maggie, one of the two, I don't remember exactly, but we did see this also in the other trailer. We do know that the survivors do go there and they do take Lance with them as a prisoner, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Then we have this pretty interesting shot of someone opening a door, pulling another survivor in, and they're obviously surrounded by a bunch of walkers, so there's a horde in front. Now, there is an effect on this shot, so we don't see who they are and what's actually happening, but it seems like someone is helping someone else when there's a horde of walkers in front of either a building or an RV or something like that. Then we have this cool shot of Rosita. Now I don't know what she's holding. It looks like she may be listening to something, like it might be a tape recorder or something like that, but this is definitely very interesting. Then we have this shot of a cabin town, the same one that we actually have seen multiple times in the trailers, and then obviously we see an arm reach up and hold the fence. And this is, of course, related to the story that's going to be coming up with the variant walkers, the same types of walkers that Aaron was talking about in the trailer, in the main trailer, where he was saying that they can climb walls and open doors and things of that nature. And then we have this shot of Lance, and then this pretty cool shot of someone killing a walker. I don't know who that is. It might be Jerry, but I don't know for sure. We can't really tell. But they're obviously in that same cabin town that we saw earlier. Then we have this shot of Connie, and then we have Lydia here, and then we have this walker here, and then we have this pretty interesting shot of a bunch of walkers, and it looks like one of them goes down. And then we have Elijah here being ripped apart, most likely, because in the other trailer we did see it from another angle, and it was actually Lydia holding Elijah's hand. Jerry was there as well, and it looked like it was Elijah's final moments. And then we have Father Gabriel here. We have a horde of walkers approaching the Commonwealth, which we can see clearly here. So there's definitely a horde that's going to approach and cause some problems while everything else is going on at Commonwealth with the riots and the Miltons being exposed and all of that. Then we have this shot of what appears to be two survivors fighting. We can't see who they are, but it could be Daryl or it could be someone else. We have this pretty interesting shot of a Commonwealth soldier holding Mercer, and it seems like maybe Mercer is injured or something to that effect. It's really quick, but it seems like that might be what's happening. And then we have this shot of a Commonwealth soldier, and then another shot of someone who I think is Eugene tackling this particular Commonwealth soldier to the ground. We did see another shot in the trailer that was very similar to what we're seeing here, and that was with Eugene. And then we have this shot of a skull on the ground and Commonwealth soldiers in the background. This is probably at Commonwealth, and this is when everything is really going down at Commonwealth. We have this interesting shot of Pamela holding some sort of a tape recorder as well, it seems. The same type that maybe Rosita was carrying, so that's definitely very interesting. We have Eugene here sitting in what appears to be a courtroom. Very interesting. Not sure what to make of this. We do see Max in the background as well. I wonder if Saul Goodman is there as well. I'm just kidding, obviously, but this is very interesting. And then we have this shot of the riots that I was talking about. We have Ezekiel and Carol, and then we have Rosita here and the Commonwealth soldier. We have another Commonwealth soldier here, and we have Yumiko here. This is definitely interesting. It might be the same type of courtroom or something like that where Eugene was sitting in. So that's definitely super interesting. We have this shot of Kelly. She's signaling Connie, it appears. And obviously we do see Connie there as well. And they're using sign language to communicate. And then we have this shot of someone on the ground. We have this pretty interesting shot of Negan attacking two Commonwealth soldiers. Very interesting. I'm definitely intrigued to see how Negan is going to fit in to the Commonwealth story, since he obviously wasn't in the story in the comic book. And then we have Judith here. Not much to say about this one. And then we have Carol and I think Aaron. And then we have another shot of Negan. We have Maggie here. And then we have this final shot of Daryl Dixon. But that's pretty much it. That's everything that was in this final trailer. Some very small subtle hints, but nothing too major. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.